Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Best wishes for all of us. Shalom. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Conference of the Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University. Welcome, the Honorable Assistant Professor Humayun, Associate Professor Ang Eriko Victoria, Dr. Candidate Juridical Nur Fariha binti Muhammad Zukri, and Dr. Ahmad Hashim Azari Taufikur Rahman. The Honorable Rector of Pekalongan University, the Honorable Dean and Vice Deans of Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University, the Honorable Lecturers of Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University. Also, our respect all participants of the International Seminar of the Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University. First of all, let's say thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us guidance, happiness, health, and mercy. Also praise and salutation upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had brought us to the path of light from the darkness in this life, so we can attend the International Conference of the Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University with them. Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern rule of law. Saturday, January 29, 2022. Before we start the event, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Adinda Zaranika Patrifahis, as Master of Ceremony of today, who will create this international conference. Please allow me to read out our agenda. The first agenda is opening. The second is Salam Ikhlas, then singing Indonesia Raya, followed by March of Pekalongan University. The third is remark, and the last is prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open this agenda by saying Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Step on the following agenda is Salam Ikhlas, then singing Indonesia Raya, followed by March Pekalongan University. The audience is asked to stand up.
Salam ikhlas, integritas, kolaboratif,
humanis,
Loyal, adaptive, spiritual. Please, I want to ask to the audience to follow our instruction. Salam Ikhlas.
salam ikhlas,
integritas, kolaboratif,
Collaborative,
loyal, adaptif,
spiritual. Okay, thank you. And the next is singing Indonesia Raya, and followed by Mars Pekalongan University.
Pasifitas akan kita unika, bagi kami bangsa bangsa. Ku berjanji memenuhi panggilan negara, kesetiaanku untuk Indonesia. Marilah semua membangun negeri tercinta, amankan perguruan tinggi kita berdasarkan Pancasila, pasti unika dan jaya. Kita sivitas akan kita unika, siap sumbangkan daya cipta, menjunjung agama dan persaudaraan, membina persatuan bangsa. Marilah semua membangun negeri tercinta, amankan perguruan tinggi kita berdasarkan Pancasila, pasti unika dan jaya.
The audience is asked to sit down again. The third agenda is remark, and the first speech will be delivered by Dr. Haji Taufik SHM SD of Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University. Please, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzubillah, bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawalah, amma ba'du. The Honorable Rector Pekalongan University, Vice Rector LPPMU, LPPM Audien, and of course the honorable ones, all speakers who attend the international conference. On behalf of Indonesian law regulation, I will change this speak into Indonesian language. Pertama-tama, mari kita panjatkan puji syukur alhamdulillah kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa taala yang pada kesempatan pagi ini kita dapat bermuajahah, bertatap muka dalam rangka melaksanakan seminar internasional. Mudah-mudahan kehadiran kita di dalam majelis ini mendapat ridho dari Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Salawat serta salam semoga tetap tercurahkan kehadiran beliau Nabiullah Muhammad SAW yang kita nantikan syafaatnya kelak fi yaumil akhir, dan mudah-mudahan kita tergolong sebagai umat beliau yang akan mendapat syafaat dari beliau. Mr. Ong, marhaban bihudurika fi Universitas Pekalongan. Ya, selamat datang dan syukron atas kehadiran Mr. Ong. Mudah-mudahan menjadi satu pegiat ya, semangat daripada seluruh sivitas Alus Pekalongan untuk melakukan berbagai kegiatan sebagaimana yang telah dilaksanakan oleh Mr. Ong. Begitupun bagi Mr. Humayun Hobir Folas, Mr. Ibusir Erso, dan Miss Fariha. Ya, mudah-mudahan kesediaan daripada mereka ini ya dicatat oleh Allah sebagai amal ibadah yang baik. Amin. Bahwa seminar internasional yang bertajuk Society 5.0 Modern the Rule of Law ini akan menambah suatu wawasan bagi kita semua berkait erat dengan persoalan hukum, dan ini hadir pakar-pakar hukum internasional ya untuk menyampaikan beberapa hal yang berkaitan dengan persoalan hukum ini, dan ini insya Allah akan menambah wawasan kita semua terhadap persoalan hukum di negeri kita tercinta ini. Para peserta seminar, ya, baik yang ada di dalam majelis ini maupun yang melalui satu virtual, ya, bahwa seminar ini insya Allah akan terus dilaksanakan di Fakultas Hukum pada setiap tahunnya dalam rangka Fakultas Hukum ingin mencapai satu akreditasi unggul. Ini diantara satu persyaratannya. Mudah-mudahan Pak Rektor yang mendukung acara ini Pak Rektor sudah hadir, yaitu Pak Andi, ya, ini Rektor Unis Pekalongan. Kami terima kasih pada semuanya, dan tidak bagus kalau kita terus berlama-lama untuk memberikan sambutan ini, dan kami akhiri. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The second speech will be delivered by Mr. Andi Kushermantio, SAMM, as Vice Rector of Pekalongan University. Please, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang saya hormati Dekan Fakultas Hukum, Bapak Dr. Taufik Esa M.Hum, Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Ong Orki Victoria from National Taiwan Normal University Thailand, Associate Professor Mr. Hamayun Khobir Polas, Davadi International University, Assistant Professor Mr. Ebuzer Ersoy, Istanbul University, Turkey, and Ms. Farehah ME from UKM, Universitas Kebangsaan Malaysia. Serta yang saya hormati pula ini dari Fakultas Hukum yang sudah melanglang buana ke Jerman, Belgia. Beliau adalah Bapak Dr. Ashari. Terima kasih Pak Ashari yang merupakan teman dekat Mr. Ong, ya, best friend. Oke. Yang saya hormati Bapak Ibu, terutama Ibu Wakil Rektor 3 yang berkenan hadir di tengah-tengah kita bersama. Beliau adalah Ibu Dr. Beni Diah Madusari, serta Bapak Ibu, serta Bapak Ibu dari Fakultas Hukum dan hadirin semua yang menghadiri pada International Conference hari ini, baik yang melalui daring maupun yang menggunakan atau secara langsung luring. Bapak Ibu peserta International Conference, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Pagi hari ini kita bisa berkumpul bersama-sama dengan suasana hati yang sangat luar biasa. Tentunya saya sebetulnya masih mewakili Pak Rektor, gitu ya. Jadi beliau seharusnya berkenan hadir pada hari ini, tetapi karena ada sesuatu hal yang tidak bisa ditinggalkan, maka beliau tidak bisa hadir pada kesempatan hari ini. Peserta International Conference yang saya hormati, Fakultas Hukum Universitas Pekalongan menyelenggarakan International Conference dengan tema Society 5.0 dengan tema In the Concept of the Modern Rule of Law. Saya pikir ini sungguh tema yang sangat luar biasa dan sangat diperlukan, mengingat perkembangan masyarakat yang sekarang ini di era yang ada yang mengatakan era VUCA, ya, volatility, kemudian uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Volatility adalah penuh dengan ketidakpastian. Begitu juga sama seperti uncertainty, kompleksitas serta kemenduaan yang sangat luar biasa. Kasus yang terakhir mendera kita adalah kasus pandemi. Begitu luar biasanya pandemi COVID-19 ini membuat semua itu menjadi tidak beraturan. Aturan hukum yang dibuat selalu tumpang tindih, aturan hukum yang dibuat selalu berubah-ubah, yang pada akhirnya membuat kita semua merasa penuh dengan ketidakpastian. Begitu juga dengan persoalan aturan hukum yang tidak beraturan, yang pada akhirnya atau ujung-ujungnya banyak sektor industri tertentu yang mengalami kemunduran, bahkan mengalami kebangkrutan. Itu adalah sesuatu yang memang mau tidak mau, suka tidak suka, telah kita alami. Namun demikian, ada sebuah konsep yang sangat luar biasa di dalam menghadapi persoalan uncertainty tadi. Menghadapi persoalan ambiguity tadi. Ada sebuah konsep yang namanya adalah Society 5.0. 5.0 ini, Society 5.0 ini yang dikenalkan oleh negara Jepang, bermaksud untuk menghadapi tadi persoalan tadi. Ambiguity, uncertainty, complexity, volatility. Apa yang terjadi pada masyarakat Society 5.0 adalah mewujudkan masyarakat yang aman, masyarakat yang nyaman. Tentunya karena ada perkembangan revolusi industri 4.0. 4.0 ini berbarengan dengan Society 5.0. Kenapa bisa demikian? Sekarang ini kita bisa melihat kenapa kemudian dikatakan 5.0. Masyarakat peradaban pertama kali adalah masyarakat berburu. Peradaban yang kedua adalah masyarakat yang mulai mengenal pertanian. Peradaban yang ketiga adalah masyarakat yang mulai mengenal industri. Masyarakat yang keempat, peradaban yang keempat adalah masyarakat yang mulai mengenal internet. Dan sekarang ini, masyarakat Society 5.0 adalah masyarakat yang bagaimana pusat manusia itu sebagai pusatnya. Internet tidak lagi hanya sebagai pencari informasi. Teknologi tidak dikendalikan oleh manusia. Teknologi bisa bekerja secara mandiri. Teknologi bisa mengolah data yang begitu luar biasa. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, jangan heran nanti suatu saat sudah diprediksi. Kita mungkin pertemuannya bisa secara nyata, tapi kalau dipegang sudah tidak bisa. Seperti film yang kita pernah tonton, misalnya film Matrix. Jadi mungkin WA nanti sudah keluar cahaya, ada orang, kita berbicara dengan cahaya, tapi orangnya persis begitu ya. Karena masyarakat Society 5.0 yang kemudian dibarengi dengan teknologi 4.0 itu adalah sudah mengkonvergensi antara dunia virtual dengan dunia realitas. Ini yang kemudian nanti jangan-jangan nanti kita berkomunikasi di rumah, tapi bisa ketemu begitu ya. Mungkin secara virtual, tetapi tidak mungkin sudah 3 dimensi, sudah diprediksi akan demikian. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, terus apa kaitannya dengan persoalan Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern rule of law? Persoalan yang muncul di Indonesia, terutama kalau kita bicara negara kita, negara Indonesia adalah pada kesiapan pemerintah dalam menyiapkan undang-undang terkait dengan persoalan masyarakat Society 5.0. Bagaimana hukum bisa mengcover dalam persoalan-persoalan transaksi yang modern. Kita tahu transaksi hanya melalui HP. Ketika terjadi komplain, ketika terjadi masalah, bagaimana hukum bisa mengcover semua itu? Tanda tangan sekarang sudah tidak lagi dalam bentuk fisik, tetapi sudah dalam bentuk elektronik. Kejahatan cyber tidak bisa hanya diselesaikan dengan persoalan hukum konvensional. Padahal sekarang rujukan hukum terhadap persoalan-persoalan teknologi seperti itu masih jarang. Artinya persoalan kriminal di dalam proses masyarakat society 5.0 tidak bisa diselesaikan dengan cara-cara hukum konvensional. Memerlukan hukum-hukum yang progresif yang untuk bisa menyelesaikan persoalan-persoalan kejahatan secara IT. Banyak kasus-kasus hukum yang belum terselesaikan. Satu sisi. Sisi lain adalah ketika kita bicara tentang hak asasi manusia. Ketika persoalan tenaga kerja manusia sudah digantikan oleh robot, maka akan terjadi pengangguran yang luar biasa. Bagaimana ini hukum modern bisa mengcover persoalan-persoalan yang tersebut. Ya. Belum lagi dokter yang secara online, ketika terjadi malpraktek, itu hukumnya seperti apa kalau ketika kemudian dokter secara online salah di dalam mendeteksi karena hanya melalui chat saja. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, maka saya mengatakan ini adalah persoalan yang harus didiskusikan dengan secara luar biasa. Ya, unikal dalam hal ini coba menginisiasi tentang diskusi Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern of law. Tentunya mudah-mudahan saya berharap seminar ini bisa memberikan kontribusi baik secara konsep maupun secara real, terutama di dalam persoalan masalah hukum-hukum modern, aturan hukum modern kaitannya dengan masalah Society 5.0 ini. Oleh karena itu, dengan mengucapkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya mewakili Rektor Bapak Suryani SHM saya menyatakan bahwa the first International Conference Faculty of Law Pekalongan University dengan tema Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern rule of law, saya nyatakan dibuka secara resmi. Terima kasih, saya sampaikan, mohon maaf saya menggunakan bahasa Indonesia walaupun di sini dikatakan International Conference. Saya lebih bisa menyampaikan transfer knowledge-nya dengan bahasa Indonesia daripada dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Oleh karena itu, dengan mengucapkan permintaan maaf, saya akhiri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for Mr. Andy's speech, and ladies and gentlemen, finally, we came to the end of this opening, but before we close, let's pray together. Prayer will be delivered by Mr. Hosai Esha. Please, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Al-Fatihah lana wa lakum ya hadirun biqada'i hajatina wa su'alina wa maqsudina wa niyatina wa li husni ma fi dhamirina ajilan bi wa aidin barakati suratil Fatihah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا شاكرين حمدا ذاكرين حمدا نائما حمدا يوفي نعمك في مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من جميع الأهوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها جميع الحاجات وتطهرنا بها من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك على الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أقصى الغايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة وبعد الممات اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك اللهم افتح علينا فتوح العارفين بحكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك وذكرنا ما نسينا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور هدايتك كما نورد الأرض بنور شمسك أبدا أبدا يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم طول أعمارنا في طاعتك وصحح أجسادنا وثبت إيماننا وأوقظها وإجانا بالإجابة جدير إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم إنا نسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والسلامة من كل إثم والغنيمة من كل رب والفوز بالجنة وارزقنا النظر إلى وجهك الكريم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم إنا نستحفظك ونستودعك أدياننا وأنفسنا وأهلنا وأولادنا وأموالنا وكل شيء أعطيتنا اللهم اجعلنا في كنفك وأمانك وجوارك وعيادك من كل شيطان مريد وجبار عنيد وذي عين وذي باين من شر كل شر إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم جملنا بالعافية والسلامة وحققنا بالتقوى والاستقامة وأعذنا من موجبات الندامة إنك سميع الدعاء اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولأولادنا ومشايخنا ولإخواننا في الدين ولأصحابنا وأحبابنا ولمن أحبنا فيك ولمن أحسن إلينا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات يا رب العالمين وارزقنا كمال المتابعة له ظاهرا وباطنا في عافية وسلامة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم لا تدع لنا في مجلسنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا عيبا إلا سترته ولا ضالا إلا هديته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا حاجة من هوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا قضيتها ويسرتها وباركتها يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم حسن مقاصدنا اللهم حسن مقاصدنا اللهم حسن مقاصدنا مقاصد الدين والدنيا والآخرة ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بسر الفاتحة السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
After this, please for Mr. Andy to give a plaque as a memorial to our speakers, Mr. Ong and Mr. Ari. Please, time is yours. Here. Ladies and gentlemen, after this, we will enter the main event. And please welcome to our speakers, Mr. Ong and Mr. Asari. This time is yours. Okay. In the middle. Okay, thank you. And then will be moderated by Mr. Susanto. Please, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable rectors and vice rectors of Pekalongan University and all deans and all faculty in Pekalongan University, and then the honorable speakers and all the audience in the studio and in the Zoom's meetings room. Okay, first of all, I would like to welcome to all in the International Conference, the first international conference of Faculty of Law, or ICFL in 2022. Pekalongan University will take the titles Society 5.0 in the concepts of the modern rules of law. This is very interesting topics, yeah? Talking about the Society 5.0 is not separated from Industrial Revolutions 4.0 with all the enhancements of technology. And these kinds of technology give effect and even change the way of human's life and all aspects of human life, including the legal system. Many questions arise, such as, will the professions of lawmaker or the law enforcers be replaced by the robots? Will the robots have the status of citizenships? But most of all, the essence of technology is only the tools to enhance the quality of humans' life, right? Yeah. So Society 5.0 put the human in the center, So although we have a lot of technology with all the sophistications, we cannot forget about the human being. So why we take these kinds of topic? Because the technology changed the essence of human itself. What is humans? The definitions of human will be different from the previous. And when the definitions of human as a subjects difference change, of course, the legal system also changed because human as the subjects of law. Yeah. So from all of these questions, we will discuss and lead by all the speaker, Assistant Professor of Humayun Kabir Polash from Daffodils International University, as an Assistant Prime Minister of India. Good mornings, Mr. Kabir Polash. Okay, we'll also greet the second speakers, Dr. Nur Fareha binti Muhammad Zukri from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Good morning, Mrs. Nur Fareha.
Good morning.
Okay, welcome to Pekalongan University Conference.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Associate Professors of Ong Argo Victoria from National Taiwan Normal University, Taiwan. And the speaker is here with me. Okay. Good mornings. Welcome to Pekalongan University. Next is Dr. Asari from Pekalongan University, Indonesia. Good morning, Dr. Asari. Okay. And the last speaker is Associate Professor of M. Ebuzer Ersoy from Istanbul University. Good morning, Mr. Ersoy. Oh, he joined letters. Okay. Different time. Okay. So now we would like to begin from the presentations of Mr. Professor Humayun Kabir Polash. Time is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. It's okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's very clear.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh wa shafatu wa jannatu wa maghfiratuh. This is Humayun Kabir from Bangladesh and Silamat pagi Simuana.
Selamat pagi.
Simago kamu naik saja.
Baik-baik saja. Okay.
I visited in 2014 in Indonesia and second time in 2019 and two time visit in Indonesia. So I have a good fan of Indonesia. Basically, we people Bangladesh love to Indonesia. Terima kasih Indonesia. Now I'm sharing my today's presentation. I will discuss about relationship Bangladesh and Indonesia. I'll discuss the presentation, and this is me, Humayun Kabir from Daffodil International University. And basically, I am the certified assessor, PVET education, and I complete in Diploma Engineer, Computer Science and Technology, BSc Engineering CSC, Masters Governance and Politics, and Post-Graduation Diploma in University of Dhaka, Post-Graduation Diploma in Business Communication, Bangladesh University Professional, and also doing Masters in Law. Thank you. This is my one kind of poster. Every year I wish to Indonesia in 17 August, Happy Independence Day. Just I post in social media, in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, because I love to Indonesia. So I just posted my designation in Independence Day. Just every year I remember in 17 August for Indonesia. Today, I will discuss the relationship between Bangladesh and India. You know, we have a good relationship, Indonesia and Bangladesh. You see our pictures, and both of the Prime Minister and President is here, and in the website in our Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, and the opposite side, your Prime Minister. It's a great news. It will be happy for the Indonesian people. You know, in 2013, Indonesia will be fourth largest economy in the world. The report from the Standard Chartered Bank. So I would like to thank all Indonesian people who have contributed their economy, and just see, just four number in the four, Indonesia will be fourth largest economy in the world in 2013. It's a great opportunity, and I would like to thank all Indonesian peoples in education sectors, in different development sectors who contribute these sectors. You know, Indonesia has lots of people, so Indonesia can be win in this situation. This one by 13, Bangladesh will be 24th largest economy. Same in 2013, Indonesia will be fourth largest economy. Bangladesh will be 24th largest economy. This is the just a video. Just see.
So sorry, are there any, we cannot find the voice here. We cannot hear the sounds. Can you share the sounds?
Thank you. This is just short video development in Bangladesh. This is the main theme, the relationship in Indonesia and Bangladesh. And you see there's lots of connection in this picture. In the circle, there is also a circle in this picture. You just see, and just I will discuss. And Indonesia and Bangladesh, a good relationship in different sector is we have a diplomatic relation. We have a good diplomatic relation in Indonesia. We have a good trade relationship with Indonesia. We have a good relationship in education sectors. We have a good culture. And Indonesia and Bangladesh, Bangladesh people like to follow Indonesian culture, and recently Bangladesh government are interest to investment in Indonesia. Who people are agree in interest, they can invest in Bangladesh. Just our government doing this job. And what is this one? Sorry. Bangladesh and Indonesia relationship. Bangladesh and Indonesia established diplomatic relationship in 1971. Indonesia is the world largest Muslim country, whereas Bangladesh is the world fourth largest Muslim country. Official diplomatic relations were established in 97 after Indonesia became one of the first Muslim countries to recognize independence. After the separation of Bangladesh from Pakistan, Indonesia, along with what happened? Who is doing? What happened? Who is using my background? I don't know. Just I am again. Okay. Muslim countries as Malaysia, Turkey, Afghanistan immediately recognized Bangladesh in settling in 1971. Bangladesh soon after the independence in 1907 established diplomatic relationship with Indonesia, and the embassy started functioning from May 1972. This is the relationship time Indonesia and Bangladesh. So about 15 years is the relationship with Indonesia. This is a great opportunity for us. And you just see the Bangladesh Bangladesh Liberation War in independence, Bangladesh independence in 1971. Okay, or simply the Liberation War in Bangladesh was a revelation and armed conflict by race, Bengal nationalist and self-defense movement in earthwise East Pakistan, which resulted in independence of Bangladesh. The war began when the Pakistan military Juna based in West Pakistan under the order of Yahya Khan launched Operation Searchlight against the people of East Pakistan. East Pakistan, this means Pakistan, on the night 25 March 1971, intending the Bangladesh genocide. It pursues the systematic of nationalities, Bangladesh, civilizations, students, intellectuals, and religious monarchies and armed personnel. The Juna annual result in 1970 election arrest Prime Minister designed Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the father of the nation of Bangladesh. And the war ended in 16 December 1971. This is the victory day in our country when the military forced the West Pakistan, that were Bangladesh sovereign, where remains to date largest sovereign surrendered since Second World War. So this is the history of Bangladesh, and we independent in solely December. This is our victory day in 1971. This is the short video of our country, beautiful Bangladesh. You just see.
Sorry, can you share the sound, please? Because we cannot hear here.
Thank you. This is the just short video of Bangladesh, and we have the another video to know the Bangladesh, because I have the declaration to this to know the Bangladesh. After this video, I will discuss the relationship between Indonesia and Bangladesh in diplomatic, education sector and collaboration sector. So firstly, I just attached this video to know about Bangladesh. Okay, this one. You can see the all captures in Bangladesh in this video. Okay. Cheers.
Yes, we can see the video, but we cannot hear the voice. or the sounds. Maybe you can share the sound, please. Can take the video, so we can play it here.
Terima kasih to see the video, and I just brief the country of Bangladesh. And Bangladesh is the low-lying, mentally refined country on the way Bengal covers area at 147 square kilometer. Bangladesh is a Muslim majority nation with a democratic parliamentary system of government and population approximately at 1 million. Bangladesh growing rapidly over a decade is in its way to become the next Asian tiger. Bangladesh growing in their economy, and economic and political stability are driving its journey towards the future. Currently, Bangladesh, 41's largest economy. Bangladesh will be 25 largest economy by 2035. This is the country brief of in our country, and the image the name is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation of Bangladesh, and we people love him so much. He was our great leader in our country, and our official name is People Republic of Bangladesh. In short, the name is Bangladesh, and father of the nation name is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And humanity, highest 99% July, in lowest 36% December to January. Now in Bangladesh is winter season, and all the people are feeling the winner. And Bangladesh language 95% is Bangla. In Bangladesh, people use the 95% Bangla, and 5% use only English in different place. In religion, and most of the people in our country is Muslims, and 88.3% are in our country are Muslims, and 10% Hindus, in 0.6% Buddhists, and 0.3% Christians. So Bangladesh is the one kind of the Muslim countries as Indonesia. And the main food Bangladesh is rice, vegetables, pulse, fish, and meat. Principal crops in Bangladesh: rice, wheat, jute, tea, tobacco, and sorghum. And there's a parliament. This is the parliament in this image is the parliament in our country, and our national leader are sit in this place and to make the decision what happened in Bangladesh, and they make policy in this place. And in Bangladesh, the principal rivers Podda, Brahmaputra, Jamuna, Meghna, Karnafuli, Titash, total 230 rivers in our country. And there's many mineral resources like gas, hard rock, coal, silica, sand, white clay, radioactive, and sand, etc. And human resource, a sustainable manpower, reserve training and skilled engineers, technician, physician, economics, accountants, administrative and managerial personnel, abductions, and low cost. There's in Bangladesh, in the garment sectors are the low cost, easily trainable and adaptable, hardworking, intelligent, and youth labor force. Bangladesh is lots of youth, and they work very hard working. There's also intelligent, and the labor cost is so cheap in Bangladesh. So we are growing in garment sectors, right? As the currency, Bangladesh currency, that's called Taka. This picture is our president in the left side, our Bangladeshi president, and you see in currency Bangladesh 1 taka with $1 in 77 taka, and this is our GDP per capita and per capita purchasing power and GDP growth rate. Now GDP growth is increasing. I just see the previous data to compare both present situations, right? And Bangladesh and Indonesia is a good relationship in COVID medicine. 19 in recently COVID medicine transferred from Bangladesh to Indonesia in 7 August in 2021, And the sectoral contribution in GDP, our GDP basically contribution in agriculture. Bangladesh is the agriculture based country, and lots of industry, 28.4% the contribute in GDP. In service, 49.65 in service contribution in our GDP. And principal industries, our lots of industries in Bangladesh, but basically ready-made garments is famous in Bangladesh. We have a cotton textile, tea processing, paper, cement, chemical fertilizer, light engineering, sugar, oil refining, steel, shipbuilding. Shipbuilding also one of we can contribute in Bangladesh. Brick manufacturing, real estate, carpet making, ceramic ware, and pharmaceutical. Bangladesh also is good in pharmaceutical sector. Assembling bus and truck, plastic ware, and consumer electronics. This is the main industry in Bangladesh. In 10 industries are consumer, and we are producing and manufacturing in our country. And there's always is good relationship with our in left side is our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and right side your presidents, Indonesian presidents. So I would like to say, in traditional export item, we just export in other countries raw jute manufacturing, brick, carpets, jute product, tea, leather products, and leather. We just lots of leather products and export in others country. Non-traditional export item in garments, frozen, and other fish. Fish we also export in Ilish fish, newsprint, paper, and ceramic products, and different product we are export in others country. This is the main sea. This is the one kind of picture is the Cox's Bazar, the largest sea beach in the world in our country. This name is Cox's Bazar. I just attached the photo to see. We have a major trading partners, different countries like USA, European Union, India, China, Japan, Singapore, South Korea, Australia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Thailand, Saudi Arab, and Dubai. We have a good relation in every country. Just our Prime Minister has decided to make friendship in others countries. That's the major trading partners in the world. And we have two seaports in Bangladesh, and one name is Chittagong and another name is Mongla. There's two seaports in our country, and inland river ports. There are for 7 inland river ports in our country. This is the Dhaka. Dhaka is the city, capital of city, and also districts. Chatpur, also another city. Borishal is another city. Khulna is another city. Bhairab, Narayanganj, and Shirazganj. There's the inland river sports in our country. There's the short video. You see the Cox's Bazar sea beach in the world, largest sea beach in the world. I just attached the video to see. This is the largest sea beach and Cox's Bazar. You see, you see. That's the scenario of our sea beach in Cox's Bazar. This is the scenario, the longest sea beach in the world.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hamayin, can you make it short? Because the time is limited.
Okay. Okay. We are the world fastest growing economics. We just contribute 7% average GDP in country and at the per capita. And just see the slide. And key markets in the seventh most populated country in the world in Bangladesh, and we have the good relationship with India, China, and Asia countries. And population 169 million population and 300 people living in per square mile. And half of population will be living urban areas in 2014, and 45 million actively used in social media in Bangladesh, and 47 million access internet. This is the another margin. And young and energetic people is a great rising young population. And you just see 45% population is 24 years, 70% age in 40, and 2.3 million young professional enter workforce in every year. 74.7% literacy rate in Bangladesh, and labor cost is flexible in our country. Empowering an infrastructure, you see 10 active land ports linkage various states in Nagavar, India. We have a good relation in India, Pakistan, and 3 international, 5 domestic airport in our country, and at the highways, and there are 22,000 highway in our country. Diplomatic relationship Bangladesh and Indonesia. First moment I have told you, and a good relationship with Bangladesh and Indonesia. And in foreign office consultant held 2021, and you know the enter duty free is free. Expand technical marine resource, deep sea fishing, and foreign coastals. This product Bangladesh, we can access halal market investment from Indonesia in agro processing. This is the another diplomatic relation Bangladesh in Indonesia. We are doing the combating corruption, counterterrorism, science and technology, export promotion, defense cooperation, climate change adoption, and illegal migration. And our government is, both countries are free in Indonesia, just on annual visa. If any people go to in Indonesia, there's no visa, and Indonesia people can Bangladesh with no visa, only free. So it's a great opportunity in Indonesia and Bangladesh. We have the Asian leaders meetings, Rohingya issues, Myanmar, Indonesia help us to Rohingya issues in different and support in different sectors. And trade and international Bangladesh, Indonesia export to Bangladesh at a billion during 2000. And you see the animal, vegetable, fats, oils, and woods, and waste sold art. This is the product exports, the product accessories. Indonesia export to Bangladesh. This one. And Indonesia is the last market of Bangladesh. Medicine, you know, the Indonesia has a large market for Bangladesh medicine, agriculture product, jute and leather goods. Indonesia have recently signed a deal with Bangladesh pharmaceutical company, export its goods their company, where Bangladesh is another potential market for this pharmaceutical. And trade between two countries announced 2002 at $1 billion. We just signed between. And we have a great cultural relationship India and Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, 2021, 2027, we are arranged different fair. Indonesia and Bangladesh jointly arranged the fair. They showcase their dress, their education, batik fashion, jewelry, handicraft, foods, and biscuits, automobiles. They show display in our country as the great relations. A few moments in my country in 2004 in Indonesia. Just see, I went in 2014 in Indonesia, in Sultan Agang Islamic University. That's my presentation. So thank you. Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hamayun. Great. So the relationship between Indonesia and Bangladesh is very close. Yeah. So
Yes.
what about the in the technology, in the technology and the youth roles in increasing or improving the technology between two countries?
Okay. We know Bangladesh is going development in IT sectors, and of course, Indonesia is one step advanced in from Bangladesh. And if I say Indonesia use the technology 80%, Bangladesh using in 50%. Okay, just we are trying to develop our governments are trying to develop the infrastructure development in every sector, in education sector, in we are going to develop in robots, we are going to develop IoT device, we are going to develop in cyber security. We have a big data centers in the world. We just follow the Indonesia because Indonesia also develop in IT sectors. Just we are grooming. We are just grooming in IT sectors. This one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hamayun. So now let's go to the second speaker. All the question will be collected first, yeah, and then we will ask in the next sessions. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hamayun. So now let's go to the second speaker. Please welcome Dr. Nur Fareha binti Muhammad Zuhri. Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Fareha.
Good morning.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Glad to meet you. So it's time for you to give your presentations about the topics in this seminar. Time is yours.
Thank you. I'll share my slide. Uh-oh. One moment.
Can you share the slide, or do you have a problem?
I'm trying to share my slide. Because I tried before. I can share, but I cannot find. You guys have the copyright, the admin. So can you share for me? Because I cannot share.
Okay, we will share it for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. First of all, I would like to thank University Pekalongan for this opportunity. Okay, today I would share and discuss reconstruction of refugees protection under international law in ending Myanmar conflicts. Okay, when we are talking about Society 5.0, we cannot just abandon the existing problem that we face currently. So this actually ongoing crisis that up until today, there is no clear solutions to ending this crisis in Myanmar. Next slide, please. Okay, the background of the study. The strong evidence of genocide, human rights violations, and contravention of international law, treaties, obligation, and the indigenous people is available. This study has provided traceable and provable findings that Rohingyas is ethnic people to Arakan, that the action of Myanmar governments has no legal standing or justification, being racist and punitive, contravening international convention and treaties, and the international community has not been effective its response to Myanmar human rights violations. Okay, we can see throughout the history, the conflict in Myanmar is not something new. It's not something that happened yesterday. It's happened since 1962. But until today, we cannot see a clear solution or ending to this crisis, or anytime soon that the crisis will be over. Next slide. Okay, the introduction of the study. Myanmar and the international community has failed in their duty and responsibility to protect. From the moral and human security perspective, the actions of the Myanmar government are wrong. So we can see clear pictures of, although United Nations recently has labeled the Rohingya as the world's most persecuted and ignored community, yet there is no effective actions to put the end to this while the world continue to do business with Myanmar. There is some actions taken against the Myanmar governments from the international community, but we cannot see the obligation from Myanmar government to carry out the responsibilities and to answer in order to answer for the international community pressure. They continue doing what they are doing. There's no, we can see there's no clear pictures that this gonna stop anytime soon. Next. Okay. The objective of the study to explain the factor that underlying the Myanmar government policies of marginalization and extermination of its Rohingyas populations. Second objective of the study is to determine the manners and policy of Myanmar government that further its persecution of the Rohingyas. Third is to investigate if the international community has appropriately react and respond to the human rights violation of the Myanmar government. Okay, lastly is to explore the legal liabilities that Myanmar may be subjected to with regard to its treatment of its Rohingya population. So I will discuss this further in the next slide. Okay, next. Okay, the framework that we are focusing on this study is basically conceptual framework. We focus on construction. Construction means that we basically mean we adding something, the new element to the existing form or manners. It's sort of penambahbaikan. So for the theoretical framework, it's focused on international law, human rights, focus on international human rights, where the rights that we all as a human being is entitled to. There should be a few violations for the human rights in Rohingyas. So that's bring us to justice. So is the justice served there, or what the government and the international community will do in terms of law enforcement? If we focus on the enforcement for the local government itself, government and the international community. Okay, next. Okay, factors that influence the Myanmar government policy toward Rohingyas. So it can be divided into two main factors while this crisis happened. So it's a long history. So first of all, is historical. It's basically this, these two are interrelated to each other. Historical involve racial issue, land issues, religions, and then the second factor is Burma for Burmese. up until today, the Burmese, the local people, that they are considered they are Myanmar people, Burmese people, Burma people. They are not acknowledged Rohingya as a part of them. So up until today, this still a cause. So they only acknowledge their kind, the Burma people. Okay, next. Okay, this is the policies, Myanmar policy towards the Rohingyas. Okay, this is all the violence against human rights that facing by Rohingyas people up until today. Okay, first is Nasaka and the Northern Police Force, is special force to control the Rohingyas. So basically, all the Rohingyas are controlled by this special force. So all their movement, their everyday routine are basically controlled by these people. So they have marriage restrictions. So before they get married, they have to seek the permission from the government to approve on their permission to get married. Okay, pregnancy test. Okay, before they get married, they have to undergo pregnancy test. So this is just a reason that they want to show their powers and conduct inappropriate actions toward the girls there. And then they have two-child policy that Rohingya people only entitled, only legally have two child. So if they have more than two child, all the rights, they basically don't have any right, but the right of their third child, third, fourth, or child are not acknowledged by the government. So I think there are more than, wait, I'll check. From the statistic, up until today is hundreds of thousands child are denied their right because of this two-child policy. Okay. Okay, the Rohingyas people are restricted on repairing their home or religious culture and building. So go back to the first one. So all the things that they want to do or they doing or they wanted to do, they have to seek the permission from the government. So if the government give the permissions to do so, so they can do, but most of the time all their permission was denied. Next. Okay, forced displacement also. This is what happened. This is where this happened. No. This is the forced displacement forced most of the Rohingya people to run away from their country and become refugees. So at the current, even though during COVID situation, we can see there is a boat here and there to try to sneak out into another land, another country to for them to have a better life. But yeah, so family registry, family picture, observe of breastfeeding infant. So this is a violation of, this is a clear violation of human right for the woman. So forced labor, they forced to do things, labor, so heavy work in order, because they are not recognized. So they just there is some sort of slavery here going here. So of course they are denied their citizenship. So even though they have the Myanmar constitutions stated that a few conditions that they are given their citizenship, but most of them are deny their citizenship for Myanmar, as they are not recognized by the government itself. So removal of evidence. So even though we know it's happened there, something bad is happened there, people lost their family, lost their property, maybe their life, but all these evidence are hide by the government there. So punishment, of course, every sort of punishment are carried out to this Rohingya peoples. If this is one situation, because I interviewed a few, I interviewed Rohingya people. So if they are catch to leave the country, they will sentence to death. So when they decide to run away from their country, they only have two options: to carry out their life in nowhere land, with nothing's confirmed in another place, or they will face the death penalty there. Next. Okay. Okay, there is response in the international community itself. So, but it's failed tremendously. So failure of confrontation, sanction. Okay, I think there are few sanctions carried out there. I think by US government, and by international community in order to pressure Myanmar government to resolve this issue, but nothing seems to be successful to counter these issues, and failure of collaboration. Okay, throughout ASEAN, we can see so many policy and collaboration that ASEAN government, ASEAN organizations carry out, but nothing seems to be successful. And we must remember that even though ASEAN play important roles in ASEAN itself, but the basic principle of non-interference in ASEAN community make things worse. Next. Okay, we will talk about legal protection. Okay, Convention of Prevention and Punishment of Crime of Genocide. This is by law. This is everything by law. Convention, individual responsible for genocide can be brought to ICC. And the main principle of Convention on Prevention of Punishment of Crime of Genocide is responsibility protect, which is they fail tremendously, because they are unable to protect the Rohingya people up until today. So yes, next slide. Okay, result and discussion. Therefore, to gain support of the Security Council or ICC, International Court of Justice, ICC, to initiate investigation into humanitarian situation in Myanmar, the Rohingya, DISPRO, and other concerned parties have to be more focused and organized, presenting their case on international forums. There is more than enough evidence of state-sponsored persecutions and attack on Rohingyas. Satellite image of the military destroying Rohingya village, medical and witness reports of abuse, violence, rape by security force, and multiple report by UN Agency of Human Rights. So, okay, in the aspect of international justice, in the meantime, legal action can be brought against the UK to refer the matter of the change of the Myanmar constitution and the removal of citizenship of Rohingyas to the International Court of Justice. So in the aspect of US District Court, the Rohingya disposed residing in the United States can file legal actions against Myanmar leaders in district courts in the United States. Okay, next. Okay. However, sadly, we do not see so much international law being used to further legal protections. When refugees protection has been of international concerns, it's has often been a case of bomb them to hell or send the UN and peacekeepers there. So nothing can be done, but the limited things can be done because there are no clear solution towards these issues. So they are still keep going, and the only things, yeah, that's true. The only things that UN, not the only thing, it's not fair, but when the things happen, the only things that it seems to be helping Rohingya people is to send UN peacekeepers there. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, thank you. I try to make everything simple and fast as good as I can. If you have any question, you can ask me later.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the presentations. Yeah. Those two speakers have a close relationships in the materials. Yeah, talks about the Bangladesh, about the Burma, and the conflicts of Rohingya, and also the international law. Okay, audience, maybe you have some questions to ask to all the speaker here. You can raise your hands, or you can type in the chat rooms. Okay. Maybe the operators can open the chat rooms, can find one questions there.
Just for information, I cannot speak Indonesian, but I can speak Malay very well. So you can ask in Malay, doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. The audience here in studio want to ask the questions. Yeah, I agree with Mrs. Nur Fareha that although we are in the technological euphoria in Industrial Revolution 4.0 or Society 5.0, we cannot forget about the crisis of humanity that happens in the present, right? Especially here in Rohingya conflicts. But I wonder, why in this technological era, when people are so mesmerized by the technology, in the modern society, or we can call it a postmodern society, how can we find such racism or genocide still happen in the world? This is a kind of contradictions, right? While our civilizations is moving forwards, but the problems of humanity is still happen. And I think this is the ancient problems of humanity about racism, right? About genocides. Do you have thoughts about that? Why is it still happen in this modern or postmodern era?
As for my opinion, it's all started in the historical, regardless wherever. We can see in Palestine, we can see in Myanmar, but because from the very beginning of the time, their ancestor, the government of the state during that time and during this time, carry out the same policies, the same things towards the Rohingya peoples. So and one more thing, they are so afraid that these people will take over their land, will take over the government, which is, we know it's not true at all, because we are talking about humanity here. Everyone deserves to live in the comfortable and safe situation. So I think it's happened. Even though the development of technology, we can see mindset of people change, but where they started, they are bringing there, that how they are teach on their country. That's how it is. And history play very important roles in the situation and crisis like this. So we cannot take away the history, and even though it's it's not thousand, it's years, 100 years over, but they still berpegang pada prinsip that they are just menumpang. They just yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, okay. Now, what about Mr. Humayun Kabir? It's also about the Bangladesh. Can you tell us about the policy of Bangladesh government concerning on the conflicts of Rohingya? Yeah, and also maybe the conflict between India and Pakistan too. Why it still happen in this technological era, in the modern era? Why people still thinks with the we can say it's a very orthodox, very fixed point of view, while the world moving to the fluidity, citizenships, etc. I'm sorry. Can you? Yeah.
You are on
Can you
mute.
turn on the mic, Mr. Humayun? Okay.
It's okay. Can I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. You know, in Bangladesh and Bangladesh is a good relationship, India and also Pakistan, but we have a liberation war in 1971 and with the Pakistan and Bangladesh is the two countries, the liberation war. Pakistan want to control to Bangladesh, but basically it was not possible. We won the war in 9 months, but in Bangladesh policy, government policy to make the friend relationship in every country. Not if you is our enemy, he is our friend, not enemy. Every country has good relations on the friendship. In the Rohingya issue, Myanmar issue, Rohingya and refugee issue is the previous issues in our countries. You know, we have the in our Bangladesh, lots of Rohingya comes from in the Myanmar. We have the good policy for there. We have make their room, their house, their food from our country. Our government have the initiative to humanity, because they are also Muslim. Our prime minister has the initiative only for humanity, because there are people, they comes from another country. We gave him their shelter in food, education, agriculture, and we are also working to make the job holder in our country in different ways. So our prime minister to initiative at the policy, and now make a new policy, will come the another country and stay in our Bangladesh, especially Rohingya, what they are doing, what they are eating, where they will go, if they are our citizen or not. That's the initiative. But we are connecting all time with the Rohingya. Okay, we are treatment, we are going there full treatment, full medicine. So this one, and also give the shelter. We make a huge house huge room for the Rohingyas.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but the Rohingya has the lack of access in different sector, in education sector, food sector, clean sector. There are no proper sanitation. There are no care about their peoples. There are no care about COVID. But we people Bangladesh going to aware about COVID. This is the COVID. Please do Sachetan. This one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hamayan Kabir, for the answer. Okay, let's go to the audience. Are there any questions from the audience in the studio or in Zoom? Okay, please. Mrs. Faria, you can come here. You can come here. Okay, and then you can face the camera.
Hello, Miss Fariha. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, clear
Okay.
and clearly.
Okay, thank you. I would like to ask for you about, we all know soon we'll be on Society 5.0, and what to your opinion, the concept of the modern rule of law can bring effect for human rights?
Okay, thank you for the question.
Okay.
So that's why I mentioned the conceptual framework of this study. I think it can be used in any study, reconstruction. So we just reconstruct whatever we have to make a better policy, to make a better I'm not say law because we have existing law, but in terms of implementations, it failed to carry out, to uphold justice. So maybe in the process, maybe we can see in the moment, maybe we can ada postman datang. Okay, maybe we can see in terms of maybe we can see in terms of implementation, and we cannot have a grade 5.0 where we cannot handle or we cannot solve the current problem that we having. So that's my problem, and I answering your question.
Okay. Okay, thank you. It's enough.
Sorry.
Okay, any other audience? Please ask the questions. Okay, please come here. Sorry,
Okay.
right there in the
Okay.
front of camera.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Fariha. Am I audible? Okay. I will ask about. This is a case about human rights violation in Myanmar. My question is: can the Myanmar government minimize human rights violation that occur to Rohingya people? Because we know that there's a historical factor who made the government fail to fulfill their duty to protect the Rohingya human rights. Thank you.
Welcome. What government Myanmar can do? Okay, basically, policy. In the simple term, we can see what government choose to do and what government not choose to do. So every policy that conduct by government is actually government options, government standing. So yes, historical play very important factors, but we cannot no lah, not we, they cannot make hysterical as a main reason why they cannot survive, why they cannot take a good care of their citizen itself. So I think Myanmar government should have a bigger responsibilities. They have a huge responsibilities in ending these conflicts. But they fail to do so. So yeah, and this is where I stand. The only change that can happen in Myanmar for Rohingya people is how the Myanmar government treat them actually. If they are happy there, if they are taking care there, if they can live the life as we did in our country, there will not be any problem in terms of refugee violation of human rights, because there are no violation of human rights being conduct or happen there. So the main role, despite of international community, is in Myanmar government itself. What they choose to do and what they choose to do, what they are not choose to do.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the answer. How about the answer? Are you satisfied? Okay. Yeah, now we go to another audience. You can please, Mr. Operator, open the chat rooms. Are there any questions there? Yep. Now, Mrs. Nur Fareha, what do you think about the international law? Are there any, maybe we need to change the international law concerning about the citizenships, because in the concept of identity, the concept of citizenships change in the society of 5.0, right? Are there any do we have to change the international law to adopt or the problem of the conflicts on the citizenships in the world?
Thank you for the question. I would not say to change, because we have a great law. We have a law that we can, if there is functioning, it can be a tiebreaker for everyone. If they are using right, the law is doing what it should be and protect who it should be. So, but most of the case, the law itself fail to protect people of the state or in an international level, because they have law there. But in terms of implementation, justification, in the aspect of citizenship, every country have their own. Every country have their own constitution, which is a bit difficult to change or to standardize the constitution according to the country. But it can be changed. But maybe it can be changed, but maybe it make a process. It's something that we can discuss, or something that we can dream of. You want the all country have the same constitution regarding of citizenship, because we have to know that we have every country have different. We back to history. Every country have their own national interest to protect. So in terms of citizenships, it's very depends on the country itself. But according to some material that I read, you can where yeah, conclusion too. Sekejap. Okay. Okay. It can be brought into International Court of Justice to change the constitutions or to remove the citizens in terms of citizenship. It can be changed and it can be challenged in the International Court of Justice. But in terms of standardized, in terms of citizenship for every country, it's quite difficult to carry out, as every country have their own national interest, history, and so on.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the answer. Okay, all the audience, any other questions? Okay, it's enough. Okay. Okay, I think for this sessions, we have done all the sessions. Thank you very much for all presenters for giving us nice presentations, and for the audience for giving us the very challenging questions. So after this, we will have coffee breaks, and then we will 15 minutes. Okay, we will have a 15-minute coffee breaks. So see you after coffee break in 15 minutes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM Bela Diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website PMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website PMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TEB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TEB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Di Unikal juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur.
Okay, welcome back to International Conference, the first international conference held by the Faculty of Law of Pekalongan University, with the topic Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern rules of law. Now we go to the third speaker, Mr. Associate Professor Ong Argo Victoria, who will talk about, one of the things that changed our life today is about COVID-19, and also COVID-19 bring us to the new era. Yeah, and of course there will be some change in the relations between humans, especially between doctor and patients, and also about the legal system concerning on the health. It will be discussed and presented by our speaker this session. Please, Mr. Ong Argo Victoria, time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Susanto. He is very fluently speaking in English, especially like that. And I said, oh, you are from English department. Of course, you are very smart to speaking in English, isn't it? No, I think the first presentation and the second presentation has delivered many different scope and type to discussing together for the international issues, especially including of the law. And I would deliver also in a medical backgrounds and medical law. Because the first, Mr. Humayun delivered for industrials and economics law, regulation and policies like that. And the second speaker, Mrs. Fariha Binti Zugri, delivered for like human rights, especially like Rohingyas conflict. And now I would deliver because my background also in medical. Now I join in the University of Gajah Mada because now, yeah, I can come to your university because, yeah, I stay now in University of Gajah Mada, but deliver for a long time. I grew up in Taiwan, Taipei. 但是我可以说中国，但是我不懂的全是吗？他们说我可以懂得是我。I hope I can speak Mandarin and Chinese here, but I'm afraid all of you don't understand. So the Mr. Dr. Hasim asking me to just using English. But I want to using English, but Mr. Dean of Faculty of Law speaking in Arabic. هو يعني يستطيع أن يتكلم باللغة العربية. لا بأس به علي، أي مرحبا لعلي يفوت عليك الوقت.
خير.
لا بأس به, isn't it? So everything you want to me to speak up in what's various kind of the languages, I will give you a good surprise. Yeah, don't worry, and please let's make happy in these events. Yeah, don't very serious, because if you are very serious, you will sleepy, isn't it? So make them happy, laughing, and please make a good memory, unforgettable moments between us and between University of Pekalongan. Yeah, like that. And can the moderator help me, because I bring two devices, microphone and my tablets. I cannot use this because my hand only two. Yeah, maybe if I'm a Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man's, yeah, I can touch many things, instrument inside of my my body. Good, well. Let's we discuss together about the medical law. Now this is very Indonesian side hot news, isn't it? This is the up-to-date news and like problematic area now. The legal protecting, especially for the COVID-19 vaccine, vaccines of patients. Yeah, so that is an obligations or a human rights. Yeah, I will deliver and mix using many languages, so you will very understand in my material. Yeah, in Indonesia we say like this. Perlindungan hukum untuk pasien vaksin COVID-19 itu kewajiban atau human right, hak setiap orang. We will discuss together in this material. Next. Yeah, and it don't bring like this. I wanna stand up, but I think because the camera here, I cannot. Yeah. Okay, we will discuss 4 materials, especially like introduction for discussions, regulations, rights, yeah, obligations of patients, doctors, because I'm doctors. Now I'm working in Sarjito Hospital. Do you know that? Okay, and like the governments too. And the third section is vaccinations and contradiction law. And the last one is political law and closing, especially conclusions. Next. Don't worry, everybody will understand because we're using heart by heart, not using brain to brain. Yeah, please use heart to heart, eyes to eyes, so we will fall in love between each other. I'm very happy, and also, yeah, like that. Don't be seriously, just taking your heart here. Yeah, the patient's relationship with the medical parties, especially like institution, like that, is a civil relationships. Yeah, remember this. I will teach you how to handle the law in medical law. Yeah, relationship between doctor, medical institution, health institution, and patient is civil relationship, civil law. Yeah, not criminal law. Remember this. Yeah, so hubungan orang medis dengan pasien itu hukum keperdataan. This is basically, you remember this, yeah? Okay, so if some omissions or something a commit for omission, you can claim for compensations. Remember, this is law, Indonesian law and international law, yeah? Legal protection against patient poor, like in a number of provisions, juridically, yeah, that is a protection for consumer protection law, ya, undang-undang perlindungan konsumen, ya, health law, ya, and also hospital law, and the last one is medical practice act or law, ya, praktek kedokteran. You should remember this. We divided some branches. The first one is advice help more refer to organizations held by people professionals. So if any medical staff not do the professional action, you can complain and give claim compensations. This is the basic law. The second one is the connection doctor with patient on the basic connection is civil law. Remember, I have delivered and explained to you before. So, and the last one, legal protection for the patients, as the consumer is preceded by there is like relationship between doctor and patients. So if any some action between the government asking Minister of Health Minister asking everybody doing a vaccine. If you don't do vaccine, you will get punishment 5 million rupiah, isn't it? It's true or not? Especially in Jakarta regulations. In Jakarta, yeah, there is any regulation if the people don't do vaccination, the government can take punishment like don't give some administration documents, cannot go everywhere because the transportation forbidding. Also, yeah, of course, 5 million rupiah. You can check the regulation. I will tell you the regulation. Next. And now, beside the connection of law among doctor or with patients, yeah, very neat it should be notes, yeah, rural hospital implementing, yeah, like against or ons of the patient role of hospital too. The parties is our institution are important, yeah, importance to support especially like health society. So we have many responsibility not only for the family but the governments, hospital, doctor, we each other have responsibility to keep each other, especially in this material is health materials in field. The government should give protection law against the patients who in this case acts as service users. Why? I will asking you, I will asking you why the patient can be called as consumers. Do you know, Mr. Hasims? Why? Can you, we will discuss, come on. I love interactive presentation. I don't want to be a monologue. This is a monologue. If I talk, you only me, isn't it? This is unfair for me, but because many beautiful women here, handsome men here, and also audiences in Zoom online, I also respectable to you. Let's get interactive, more live and discussion. I love it. So why the patients can be called by consumers? Why? Mengapa pasien disebut konsumen dan dilindungi oleh undang-undang konsumen, perlindungan konsumen? Why? Do you know? This is a simple question. Anybody can answer my questions? Yes. Yeah, you can using microphones. Don't worry, the audiences online also can answer. You can answer, ya.
Oke, saya akan sedikit menanggapi. Maybe I speak Indonesia. Oke. Karena pasien itu disebut sebagai konsumen because a patient di situ menggunakan jasa atau bisa disebut sebagai konsumen apabila seseorang tersebut itu membeli barang atau menggunakan jasa dari perusahaan maybe or dari
In this
pihak
case,
lain.
it's medical area, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
In medical area is pemberi jasanya yaitu adalah rumah sakit, dan di sini adalah dokter sebagai pelaksana atau yang menjalankan tugasnya, dan pasien di sini mendapatkan sebuah jasa yaitu berupa pengobatan dari si dokter. Nah, maka dari hal tersebut pasien ini bisa disebut dan dilindungi sebagai konsumen di sini.
That's right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the University of Pekalongan can have a smart staff and smart student. Give applause first for University of Pekalongan. Thank you. We will continue our discussions. Yeah, that is truly, especially we have discussion in Indonesia. Yeah, we will discuss in Indonesia first because you have stay here. Yeah, in Indonesia, and I will tell you what's the law in medical law, especially for the Act number 8, yeah, 99 about consumer protection, or UUPK, Undang-Undang Perlindungan Konsumen, like that. The hospital patient are consumers. Kenapa? Yeah, why? Because they're using product. Everybody they use the product and goods or retrieve the service. Yeah, they are consumers. Not only in health area, in your trading area, in economic, in business, in religions too, you are called by consumers. Remember, I teach you many basic terminology, yeah, civil law, yeah, consumer, blah blah, and so on, like that. So we will discuss also for able-bodied community or both of self interest of family, others, people, and other living beings, and to trade. No to trade. Remember, no to trade. Tidak diperdagangkan, especially in medical law. Tidak boleh. Yeah. Next, we will study together. Patient law protection by general patients protected by. I will tell you some regulations, especially who protecting the patient, like when I got vaccination at COVID-19. Please, if government see me, my speech, yeah, don't angry to me. Yeah? I just give you share the knowledge. Yeah, we share together the knowledge. We just study together. We can give some motivation, suggestion, and introspection each other, me too and you too, like that. So the first one, Act number 899 about the consumers protection. The second one is the Act number 29, 2004 about medical practice. Yeah, and the third is Act number 36 of 2009, about the health, and by normative patients who treated in accordance with condition is on, especially like patients should treated by subjects, doctor or a hospital, professionals, expert, and so on, like that. Now I have a question for all of you. In practice, often suspected no give right on patient in accordance with provision which apply. Even there is trend, they ignore patients, isn't it? If this case occurs, step which should done by patients for God's protection in law. Yeah, I will give you translation in Indonesia so you will understand. Selama ini pasien selalu ditempatkan sebagai posisi pasif, betul apa tidak? Mau tidak mau harus mengikuti apapun yang diperintahkan atau disarankan oleh pihak medis atau kementerian. Betul atau tidak? Ya. So how can we just only retrieve? We have freedoms to doing that. I will tell you the regulation. Aku akan tunjukkan ke Anda semua di mana undang-undang yang bahwa everyone have freedom to retrieve or reject, ya. Boleh menerima atau menolak apapun yang dilakukan. I will tell you after this. So this is the big questions and everybody should answer this, especially for the government in Ministry of Health. Next. Now we will we saw you 4 terminologies, basic terminologies in the legal protection, especially like patient own right as regulated in Article 4 of Consumer Protection or UUPK, Undang-Undang Perlindungan Konsumen. We state that patient entitled on comfort, security, safety, choose. Remember, choose. Memilih dalam undang-undang, any terminology or word choose. Informations, heard, court advocacy, mendapatkan perlindungan hukum atau bantuan hukum, pembelaan hukum ya. Service, which no discriminations. No discrimination with poor people, rich people, ya. Or ya pejabat, mau masyarakat, mau petani, everybody has similarity, equal in front of the law. It's true because you are faculty of law. Semua setara di depan hukum, tidak memandang background dan keluarga, apalagi jabatan. Ya, so they have right. Coach Chings make like asking for the laws and right which set in regulations. First, what is that terminology is convention. Convention is protection law means existing conventions, yeah. Obedience as well as existence support on right, all personals, all family and all groups or communities, along with aspect implementation of regular law, especially positive law in Indonesia. The second terminology is the protection. Consumer protection is a term which used for describe existence, yeah, especially for the law and give protection to consumer from loss on used product, goods or service. Yeah, if anybody got some product, eat product, use product like vaccine, medicine, or clothes, or shoes, everything, food, yeah, you are consumers. Yeah, and Indonesia has regulation of this. Is any complaint or you are not feel okay in your body after you consumptions that's product, you can complain. No worry because you are regulated by the law. Yeah. And the third consumption is, third terminology is consumptions. This is a consumer protection have scope which very large, yeah, because the cover protection to all loss consequences, use goods and or service, yeah. And the last one is weakness. Why weakness? Why I put here weakness? Yeah, of course, because the protection it give to consumer because why general his existence position always weak, especially for the consumers. Kenyataannya, masyarakat yang menjadi konsumen selalu lemah di mata hukum dan selalu kalah dalam institusi. Ya, saya tidak akan menyebut, saya dari institusi kesehatan juga, sekolah di medical juga. Tapi tidak ada salahnya. It's other we got introspection. Maybe we still have any something we should be move innovation like that. Yeah, we can got more high quality like that. Yeah, nobody in this world is perfect. Me too, I'm not perfect. You too not perfect. Institution too not perfect. Yeah, we can build together to be better service, better quality, yeah, better product, and so on. Next. Yes, I think this is attacking by by hacker, yeah. No worries. Please, everybody, if you're doing hacking in this presentation, please don't do that because this is their knowledge. Please understand because this is for your knowledge, yeah? Okay, come on, we build our country together. And as for the importance, especially for the patient and consumers, yeah, because this is a user service, that is service data. Karena ini pasien, ya, dilayani atau dilakukan oleh seorang professional doctor, So the service is service a doctor like that. And the next one, the patient as a consumer in health service could categorize as consumers and because patient no including into the part from productions. Ya, pasien dalam hal kesehatan itu disebut sebagai orang terakhir karena dia tidak masuk dalam proses produksi dan pembuatan, hanya menerima, udah selesai. So this is the patient for the end consumers. Ya. And next is nature consumeristic from health service looks from existence, if paradigms. From beginning, social change becomes nature commercial because the patient should pay high cost enough for it. Is true or not? Yeah, the patient should pay high costs, payments, enough for it. If you want to get some, service in the hospital, you want to make some operations, you should pay, isn't it? This is free or pay? Free, pay, If you are also that is a poor person, maybe you. But in the law, especially in the medical law, ada undang-undang rumah sakit, undang-undang nomor 44 tahun 2009. Coba deh dicek. One of the good service of a hospital is give free service to the patient who don't have money, especially in these poor persons like that, and so on like that. I will discuss this later. And now we enter to the chapter 1, paragraph 2. Consumer protection law said that consumer is every person, user, good, and or service which are available in public goods for interest self alone, family, other nor creators, life, others, and no for traded very service is every service with shape, profession, or achievement which traded in publics or for utilities consumers, example, service lawyer, doctor, teacher, and etc. So subject with the call as consumer is every people whose status as user, product, goods, and service. Next. Now we enter to the patient rights, Hak-hak pasien nih apa saja nih? Kita akan discuss together. Chapters 52, Act number 29 of 2004 about the practice of medical, praktek kedokteran, mention patient right that is a good explanation by complete about a medical sanction. Mereka harus mendapatkan haknya itu penjelasan atau mendapatkan aksi kesehatan, aksi kedokteran. Tidak boleh membiarkan, makanya ada sumpah dokter. Siapapun yang datang pasien ke dokter harus dilayani dan dokter wajib menjaga rahasia dari pasien. Itu wajib. So that is a good explanation by complete amount of medical action as the doctor opinions. A good service in accordance with need medical rejects medical action and good content for medical records. If any something trouble or malpractice, you can asking medical report or record. You can ask. Kalau misalnya ada sesuatu yang janggal, Anda berhak meminta laporan atau record medis, rekam jejak medis. Apabila institusi menutup-nutupi atau tidak mau memberikan, Anda berhak menuntut ada apa, kenapa Anda tidak memberikan dokumen itu kepada saya. True? Anda kalau dalam hukum harus berani. Ya bilang ya, tidak bilang tidak. Karena dalam hukum itu, especially in positive law in Indonesia, no doubtful. If you say yes, yes. If no, no. This is different with Islamic law. Islamic law, I need 3 terminology. First one is, yes, because this is a real, halal, also haram, forbidden, cannot, no. But inside, in the middle, mutashabihat, isn't it? It is doubtful. But in the positive law in Indonesia, no, nothing. A, B, B, like that. Okay, the patient right also said in Act number 36 of 2009 about health, Undang-Undang Nomor 36 Tahun 2009 tentang kesehatan, especially Article 5, 6, 7. I give you very simple to memorize. 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters, 56 and chapters 58. Yeah, like that. I give you explanation beside of this. Yeah, especially chapter 5, paragraph 1. Every person entitled access or source power in field of health. Yeah. And also chapters 5, paragraph 2, every person have a right to get health, yeah, a service with safe quality and affordable. Chapter 5, paragraph 3, every person entitled by independent and responsible answer determine alone health which requires service for himself. Remember these chapters. Ingat undang-undang yang pasal 5 ya. Ayat ketiga, setiap orang ya berhak memilih secara independen sesuka hatinya ya. Remember ini ya. Untuk menerima atau menolak apapun tindakan terhadap dirinya. Ini dasar untuk pasien ya. So the next chapter 6, every person that got environment which healthy for achievement health life or levels. Yeah, chapter 7, every person entitled for got information and education about the health with balance and responsible answer. Yeah. Also, chapters 8, every person entitled get information about health data herself, including action and treatments, especially which which will retrieve from health power. And chapters 56, every person entitled accept or reject, ya, partly or whole, ya, setiap pasien boleh menerima atau menolak sebagian atau seluruhnya, ya, action, tindakan, or help atau pertolongan, which will given yang akan diberikan to her kepadanya after accept, setelah menerima, or understand information, setelah memahami. Oh, setelah dikasih tahu, kok kayaknya saya agak canggung ya. Anda boleh menolak. Anda saya operasi bedah organ dalam, misalnya operasi jantung. Setelah Anda dikasih tahu dokter, nanti resikonya seperti ini Bapak, betul tidak? Pasti ada penjelasan before the action. Nah, after you got some information, you can reject or achieve, ya, the action, especially in medical action. And the last one, chapter 58, every person entitled demons change loss to somebody, health of power and or organizer health, which remember organizer health, which cause loss, consequences, error or negligence, yeah, in a health service which achieves, yeah. So you can also achieve or reject some action from institution or whatever. I don't pro to you the everybody. Also, because of your presentation, I don't want to vaccine. No, not like that. I just tell you the basic law of medicals. Yeah, you can achieve. Yeah, also you can reject on yourself. You cannot tell to everyone because I don't want, you don't want. You cannot, because this is the self-human rights. Yeah, okay. The true rights is because you reject you personally. It's not don't face and force the law. Kalau Anda melakukan menolak secara pribadi, Anda tidak melanggar hukum dan tidak boleh dipidana. Kalau ada orang mempidana berarti goblok, dia nggak ngerti hukum. Tapi kalau dia sudah mengajak-ngajak orang, provocations, ya, provocation misalnya, kamu udahlah ngapain sih vaksin kayak gitu? No need to do that. Jangan, tidak boleh, because Anda sudah memberikan provocation to public. Ini baru melanggar hukum. But if you are personally, I don't want to do vaccine, Anda tidak boleh dibebankan hukum. Of course, this is the human right, this is undang-undang. Takkan undang-undang dikalahkan dengan peraturan pemerintah daerah. Mana? Anda belajar hukum kan? Stratifikasi hukum itu dari mana? Pertama apa? Pancasila, Undang-Undang Dasar 45, baru undang-undang. Bahkan peraturan pemerintah daerah itu di bawah peraturan presiden. Kok bisa-bisanya peraturan pemerintah peraturan daerah mengalahkan undang-undang. You should study more and enter study in University of Pekalongan, especially Faculty of Law. You will study what is the stratification of law in this country. Ya, jangan salah menimbang posisi hukum karena undang-undang lebih tinggi derajatnya dari peraturan di bawahnya, apalagi peraturan daerah. Next. Oh, what's the time now? Oh, sorry.
5 minutes.
5 minutes again. Oh my God. Yeah. Pension obligation. Now is responsible for the pension obligation, especially chapter 53, X number 29 of 2004 about medical practice. Ini sekarang kewajiban patients. That is give information which complete and honest about their health problem. Mereka wajib menyampaikan apapun keluhan dirinya secara jujur, tidak boleh ditutup-tutupi. Makanya tadi Bapak yang rektor baru, new rector, kalau dokternya online, apa betul bisa mendiagnosa secara penuh keadaan pasien? Of course we cannot. Doctor should make a diagnosis directly because we check the eyes, the tongue, the branch, and everything, the body. If an online chat, you should, because this is a patient obligation, you tell everything you feel, maybe headache, or something dizzy in your body or something like that. And next. Come on. Yeah, now is the doctor rights and doctor obligation. Ya, hak dokter dan kewajiban dokter. Ya, I will give you a simple because of time. Ya, chapters 58 number 29 of 2004, especially concerning a medical practice. Obtains legal protection as long as doing a duty, in accordance with a standard like this. I give you simple one. The doctor's right if give a good service to you because his professionalism, isn't it? Gives the formality and keep the secrets of the patient. That is the rights of doctor, and also retrieve the payment of the patient. Also the doctor right. Salah satu hak dokter adalah menerima imbal jasa. Bahasa dalam undang-undang adalah balas jasa atau imbal jasa, bukan pembayaran. Coba cek kalau tidak percaya. I give you two version. I think I give you two version, Indonesia and English version. You can check. Ya. Okay, and doctor obligation, kewajiban dokter, especially in chapter 51. Ya, kewajiban dokter itu pasti ability, ya, wajib melayani, melindungi, merahasiakan, and capable in his field. If you are specializations in eyes, THT, ya, or surgery, you should professionalism in your field. Ya, dokter spesialis, Anda harus spesialis di bidangnya. Tidak mungkin lah dokter spesialis mata tiba-tiba mengurusi kulit. Ya, kan tidak pas gitu ya. Atau bedah umum mengurusi bedah saraf tidak boleh juga, because this is any stratification like law. Next. Yeah, now the hospital right and obligation, hak atau kewajiban hospital, rumah sakit, we will discuss in 30 Act number 44 of 2009 about the hospital. Like this. Hospital rights, yeah, is got some awarded from the governments. Also retrieve the patient from the all community. Make a building, buy the instruments and everything. That is the hospital right. But also the obligation like that, the main point of obligation of the hospital is give a good service in medical area, especially for the people who cannot pay fully. They can bring freely. Listen, you can read free. Yeah, like that. Next. I'm sorry, I will finish my presentation. Okay. So any legal certainty, especially based on our condition in a court and no one that right and obligations, patients, doctor, power health, and hospital has said by a clear, including the case of experience like that. Of course, the professionals not do anything depend on yourself? No, because this is responsible to government too. Yeah, medical is including the soul. Kesehatan selalu berhubungan dengan nyawa, so the big responsible of this, yeah. And also regarding legal protection for patient, especially like the consumer patient, should regulated by the government, especially in Indonesia or in other peoples, also in many countries, yeah. And next, I will be fast, yeah. So now, what is the politic of law? Sekarang politik hukumnya macam apa, ya? Remember, ya. If somebody as a consumer has a legal relationship with another party, jikalau seseorang ya consumer mempunyai hubungan relationship ya with another party kepada pihak lain, especially ya in the medical area, patient and doctor, the consumer has the right to sue his opponent based on default. Ya, konsumen boleh menuntut ya opponents, lawannya yang dilawan atau tergugat bahasa hukumnya ya, penggugat dan tergugat ketika melakukan default, kesalahan ataupun something. So you should remember about fulfill 4 elements in a law, especially occurred opposed law, sesuatu yang bertentangan dengan hukum, there is error, ada kesalahan. Sesuatu yang boleh dituntut secara hukum, satu ada kesalahan, which done other party or defendant, there is loss, ada kerugian, kesalahan, kerugian, diingat-ingat, and plaintiff suffer, and there is causal relationship, ada hubungan antara dua pihak between error and loss. That next. Okay, I want to tell you about flashback to thinking about the pandemics, like PSBB, PPKM, and so on, vaccination program. But next, yeah. We'll discuss in the question and answer. This is flashback for COVID-19. That is lockdown or semi-lockdown because we changed PSBB to PPKM. It is a different terminology. Next. New normal. We still remember new normal? I think now everybody is forgot about new normal. Change again. Next. Yeah. Next again. Yeah. COVID vaccinations, right or obligation? I don't want to discuss about this. I need your questions. Sekarang ya, I need your questions. Ya, COVID vaksin COVID-19, right, hak atau kewajiban. Next, I tell you, you can read my presentation. So legal contradiction. This is very important. I will tell you. No any legal contradiction in our law regulations. Ya, no compression right. Tidak boleh ada paksaan karena ini merupakan hak, especially Chapter 5 Act number 36 ya of 2009 concerning health ya in Article 5 paragraph 30. You remember this ya. Administration certifying terminations ya, delay or guarantee health service, government's administration or transportation. Kenyataannya sekarang ketika tidak mengikuti peraturan, Anda tidak sebagian orang, tidak semua ya. Tidak mendapatkan pelayanan publik, betul? Tidak bisa melakukan perjalanan transportasi, betul? Ya, ataupun mendapatkan something lah, ya. So modifying, especially in professional regulations, ya, ada peraturan gubernur ataupun pemerintah daerah, especially Jakarta, number 2, 2020, concerning handling coronavirus disease. For everybody don't want vaccination, you got 5 million rupiah. So why this peraturan pemerintah mengalahkan undang-undang di atasnya? It's funny, this is contradiction law, isn't it? You remember, you study together. Okay, next. Yeah, this is for human rights, especially for international area. Yeah, for the international Amnesty International Indonesia, especially sanction against someone, ya, secara Amnesty Internasional boleh memberikan hukuman kepada negara atau siapapun yang memaksa penggunaan vaksin. This is World Health Organization, WHO aja ngomong begitu, ngapain ini gitu loh, ya. Your vaccine, I vaccine. You can choose your personally, but you cannot provoke to another people. I have to say to you, okay. So like that. So anyone's the briefs ya, ada direktur especially WHO mengatakan bahwa ya especially I don't believe that mandates, perintah are not the rights ya, policy direction here, especially for vaccines. It would be better or accurate and facilitates vaccinations to another country to do fast obligation like that. No. I think that is a little bit wrong like that. Next. Then what is about the vaccine certificate? Asked to me in the questions even. Next. Yeah. Closing. Yeah. The last one for closing is the medical area is very complicated. Yeah. Sometimes we think this is true. Something this is wrong. Yeah. Like that. But we believe if you understand the basic law, civil law, honesty, comfortable, freedom, human rights, and also following your environments, I think everyone and everything will be okay, especially good relationship between the patient as a consumer and hospital or medical institution, especially Minister of Health. Thank you so much.
Okay, give applause for today's speaker. Yeah, we know that there are so many controversies, so many contradicting implementations of rules or regulations in Indonesia concerning about the COVID-19. Yeah, and I believe that all the audience are so curious about asking, is it right that vaccine is obligations? Do we have to follow all the government's rules, or we can reject, etc. We will have that in the question and answer sessions. Now we go to the next speaker. Please, Dr. Ashari, give your presentations about this topic, the Society 5.0 and the concept of modern rules of law.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. I'm happy and I'm luckiest one because I'm placed in the end of this final session, so I will make it quickly, simplify. Please take this my presentation first. My first presentation, not second. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show about the constitutionalism in ASEAN after COVID-19. This paper I have presentation 1 year before, and I want to share again with you with so many additions in my presentation. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We're talking about the titles, constitutionalism on behalf of social humanity, religions, and public morality. I want to show you about the religions and public morality, especially in the Southeast Asia, ASEAN or CAA. In international level, we're talking about the ASEAN with the similar name, CAA, so Southeast Asia. In Asian, if you're talking about the difference about the laws, we have the similar case, we have the similar public morality. For example, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei Darussalam have the same roots in their law, the Islamic law and adat law. But Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, they have their roots in law, they are Buddhism and Hinduism law. Only Vietnam, they choose believe in religions or not. Filipina are democracy, and Singapore are democracy, but Indonesia, 19% of Indonesian people have obligation and rights in to make obligation in religions, but Indonesian law choose as a democratic and the rule of law. So I want to show you about how different in this behalf social humanity, religion, and public morality, so we can grow up together as the bigger population in ASEAN. So we are not alone. We are not alone living in Indonesia because we have a good state, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and maybe many more in Asia. Next. Yeah, if talking about the constitutions, we have three majority problem in Southeast Asia. I'm not talking about the European or American system. I'm not talking about the African or Middle East. Especially, I'm talking about the Southeast Asia. We have three versions of the same obligation. The first, we have to utmost change what we should have to change. What we should have to change. And second is community-based. And the third, I'm sorry, apologize. We have to reuse our values. I have talking before, Indonesia have their own rules, they universal public morality. Malaysia too, Singapore too, Brunei too, Vietnam, and many more countries in Southeast Asia. So we have to reuse our values. Indonesia have Pancasila, Malaysia too, with their respective legal system. Next. Yeah, we're talking about health welfare. We always think if we're talking about the laws, we're thinking about how the utilitarian system will be deliver the welfare for all of our people under the constitutions. The health welfare, why I choose the health welfare? This is not only one problem in the Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia. We have so many problems, but today I want to show about health problem, especially in welfare. We have 4 points in the left and 3 points in the right. The 4 points in the right, in the left, I'm sorry, I apologize. Maybe if you see in your picture, yeah, correct, in the left. The health recognition by states' constitutions, and the second is different tools, but one eyes of perceptions. So to handle the problem, especially to health welfare, we have the same perception because why? The European system, they have one perception because they changed the European Union's constitutions. Asian is not easy to make the same perceptions in our law. So that was happened in Myanmar, Myanmar, and also we have the same case in maybe Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, because we have not same in our root system in our law. Third, institutional or government cooperations, not only to make a cooperations between one institution to other now, we have to move, we have to scale up our collaboration between one state with the other states. And number 4 is optimize the NGO. How I say optimize the NGO. If we make collaboration, or maybe how to say the NGO concept in Indonesia, was totally different with the NGO's concept in the European system. In the European system, if you correct me if I'm wrong, because I have little time research in Germany. In Germany, they have a huge or a big organization which called NGO. If the people come to hospital and they have no money, yeah, if the people come to hospital and they have no money, they have no time to talking with the government. Why? Because NGO will cover it. If NGO doesn't have money to cover it, they talk with the hospital. Hey, the hospital, you have a doctor or you have any expert to cover my disease, maybe. If they have not any idea, so they will the hospital will change into the government. So they have so many level in health experience and health expert. So I think how do we optimize the NGO? We should make collaborations with the other states. So we look at the German as a perfect example. So next. Yeah. How about the health recognition by constitutions? If we look at the Indonesian constitutions, Article 28A, you can write it and left. Okay. Next. In Malaysia, the health recognition by the constitution. I'm talking about the constitution, not the organic law. Okay, next. In Singapore. In the Singapore, they have no appointment in the body of the constitution. It's very unique. The health recognition is not only in the constitution. The organic laws or the rules under the constitution ruling all aspect about the health recognition, especially the insurance. You maybe we remember 2 or 3 years ago when our public society, if they have critical disease, they move to Singapore or Malaysia in the hospital, because yeah, they have very precisely and very practice in medical. Next, Brunei Darussalam. Brunei Darussalam have the same appointment with Singapore. They have no appointment in the body of the constitution, but they have a great limitations and great responsibility in health perspective. They good practice in health insurance by the laws and Islamic rules. That was, I say before, universal public morality. So if we talking about the constitutions, don't only think about norms, don't only think about laws, think about maybe unwritten laws, adat law, morality. So next, Thailand. In Constitution of 2017, Thailand is most practiced in their constitution. They have very much change in their constitution, amendment of their constitution. But we have to section 47. A person shall have the right to receive public health service provided by the state. An indigent person shall have the right to receive public health service provided by the state free of charge. That's the point. Free of charge provided by law. And a person shall have the right to the protection and eradication of harmful contagious disease by the state from of charge as provided by law. So free of law, but they have to move how to say insurance, and I have no idea how will be more expensive between Thailand and Indonesia in medical service. Thailand is more expensive than Indonesia. Okay, right. So next, yeah, in Philippines, we got the Article 3 Bill of Rights, Section 15. The state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. Section 16, the state shall protect and advance the right of the people to a balanced and healthful ecology in accord with the rhythm and harmony in nature. It's a very good constitution, I think, because balance and healthful ecology. Yeah, it's very, very good constitution. So the next, Myanmar, the special one, chapter 1, basic principle of the union. Before I'm talking about the Myanmar, I'm never talk about good or bad, because in my fact, we are not able to speak this is the good constitution or this is not good constitutions. We have no idea to compare that. We are not able to compare that. But in the fact, we have to make it precisely for giving information, good information for academic purpose. In Myanmar, the union shall earnestly strive to improve education and health of the people, erects the necessary law to enable national people to participate in matter of their education and health. So on behalf of the constitution we will discuss about before, we have so many different level of the health perspective of the between the welfare. I tell you that health is not only welfare concept in the constitution. It's so many concepts in the constitution if you're talking about the welfare, especially the religion's welfare, economical welfare, ecological welfare, a political welfare, and many more. But I chose the first example to make a simple for you how to make a compromise and how to utilize the constitution for the constitutionalism in Indonesia and maybe in the Southeast Asia. Next. Yeah, health recognition by the constitution. In Laos, the Constitution of Lao People Democratic Republic, Article 25. Okay, you next you write it by yourself. And also with Cambodia, the health of the people shall be guaranteed. The state shall pay attention to disease prevention and medical treatment. Poor people shall receive free medical consultation in public hospital, infirmaries, and maternity clinics. So it's very average. They have free medical consultation in public hospital. So yeah, we have to try in Indonesia. The state shall establish infirmaries and maternity clinics in rural areas. But I have I have a question for Professor Ong. How about different salary between under the laws between doctor and what's the meaning? Hospital staff, nurse. Because in my opinion, if we look at the other states, doctor, nurse, and any staff in hospital, they have responsibility to take care about the patients, but they get good salary. And I think every country should be make a good laws to protect the doctor, patient, nurse, and all of aspect with regulate the health provisions. Next, Vietnam, always everyone shall enjoy inviolability of the person and the legal protection of his or her life, health, honor, and dignity, and is protected against torture, harassment, etc. We can move it. Next, we using the prismatic concept must of all recognition in the constitution of the Asian countries depend on their respective legal system. I call this universal public morality. We have two inception: universal public morality or local public morality. Especially local public morality in Asian constitution, we call Pancasila, especially in Indonesia. In Malaysia, maybe it's different. In Thailand, maybe it's different. In Vietnam, in Cambodia, in Myanmar, in Singapore, maybe it's different. So how to make the unity in the same eyes of perception? So we have universal public morality, UPM. That's the point why I told you by these presentations. Next. The most valuable morality can be found as universal public morality, which including powers to legitimate social structure, beliefs, and role model designed by Asian community. By this norm, all values in the constitution will be easy to strengthen in all constitutionalism model. Next. The conclusions is very fast. Constitutionalism was a powerful entity on Southeast Asia. After hitting by COVID-19, the people of the state using their respective values as the big stone to start building the new hopes of the states. The big challenge is how to strengthen the health rights perspective and its requirement covered by the state of law as the living constitution. Two different words, constitution and constitutionalism. If we just read the books only with laws, we call constitutions. But if the laws will be practiced, delivered into the society, we call this constitutionalism. In Southeast Asia, by using the new community constitution for Asian people. The next. Thank you very much. It is end of my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, very interesting offers. How about in the future we build the universal public morality that can be shared not just in Indonesia but also in Asians. Okay, now we move to the audience. Any question for our speakers in these sessions? You can raise your hands or you can just type on a chat box. It is open for the audience in the studio or in the Zoom meetings. Okay. First question from the studio, Pak Eddie, please. Nanti slide. Pak Eddie, come here. In front of the camera. Okay. Don't be afraid with the camera. The camera that should be afraid.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you for opportunity. Thank you for opportunity to me. I am interested to discuss about consumer protection because the reality is that many high business actors also don't understand the consumer protection law, so that the consumer exposure is always weak. How can the consumer protection law be effective, Mr. Ong? Thank you.
Okay, nice questions. The second questions, please.
Okay, so before I will to introduce myself. I'm Adinda Zaranika Purifahis, and I'm a student of Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University. I'm in 5th semester, and I have a question for Mr. Ong. In the past, the highlight on social media about injustice in giving punishment. But here, I don't want to offend anyone because I'm a student who doesn't want to accept just one perception. And here, I want to ask about the injustice in giving punishment to people who violate the quarantine period, even though the quarantine law in Article 7H and 9 already explained on Article 7. Everyone has the right to receive the same treatment in the implementation of health quarantine. And then in Article 9 article, everyone is obliged to comply with the implementation of health quarantine. But the fact is that the person who filed it does not get the punishment deserved, where human rights here are questioned. What if the what if the perpetrator comes from a lower class? Will the lenient sentence still apply? And also, when someone comes out of quarantine, they can transmit the virus, and there are many people out there who always have a human right to be protected. And so, what do you think about the case? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. It's very interesting about more often that we see the contradictions between the rules, the ideals rules, and the implementation. And in Indonesia, we find lots of implementations of the rule is so misguided. For example, about the customer protection. Yes, in the rule, customer protection is very ideal, but in the reality, customers still weak. They are not well educated, etc. And then also about the rule in the quarantines. Yeah, very good, but some people violate this rule. They are still unpunished, etc. Maybe any solution for that?
Yeah, thank you so much. Do you know these questions is very dangerous questions? Because if I answer wrong, the minister or somebody, especially in medical institution, will asking me, what is your explain? Like that. This is a compliment. But because I'm academician, university student has right freely to speak up their opinions and speak up their thinking, isn't it? Akademisi, saya akan campur dengan bahasa Indonesia karena saya takut orang salah paham dan nanti dikira saya apa-apa. I will mix that because you should understand clearly like that. You should remember in medical area, yeah, some laws, ya. Anda sekalian, ya, harus memahami atau bisa menghafal, nggak usah banyak-banyak, especially 4 or 5 regulation, ya. Yang pertama, ya, X number 8, Undang-Undang nomor 8 tahun 1999 tentang perlindungan konsumen. Terus ada Undang-Undang nomor 29 tahun 2004 tentang praktek kedokteran, ya. Terus Undang-Undang nomor 36 tahun 2009 tentang kesehatan, ya. Terus ada juga Undang-Undang karantina nomor berapa? 18 tahun 2018, ya. Yang tidak mau melaksanakan karantina maka akan bisa dipidanakan penjara maksimum 1 tahun atau denda 1 miliar atau 100 juta. Coba daripada saya salah, ya, saya dituntut negara nanti, ya. I will change that. 100 juta rupiah. This is the one of the basic law that would like to get delivered the, the best lines. Inilah salah satu dasar orang bisa memaksa orang lain, because this is quarantine time, so you should following. I know that, but you should know this is only one regulations. Satu regulasi setara. I will give you a good thinking ya. Kalau yang di bawah tidak boleh mengalahkan peraturan di atas, betul? Apapun yang terjadi, benar kan? Because we are a faculty of law, we know stratification of law. Tapi kalau ada undang-undang atau peraturan yang setara, satu undang-undang yang setara, tiba-tiba mengalahkan 4 undang-undang lainnya. Kira-kira seimbang nggak? Tidak seimbang. Anda orang hukum, Anda pasti paham apa maksud saya. You should understand what I mean, isn't it? So we should back to the human rights. I will tell you, yeah. I don't want to wrong explanations because this is regulations, yeah. Somebody will, accomplish to me, yeah. So I will show you, yeah, the regulations, especially in human rights, yeah. I will read for you in Indonesian language, ya. Dalam Undang-Undang Nomor 39, ya, tahun 99. Nah, human right, hak asasi manusia di Indonesia itu adalah di Undang-Undang Nomor berapa? 39 tahun 99. Remember this, ya. Pasal 41, Article 41, verse 1, paragraf 1. Setiap warga negara berhak atas jaminan sosial yang dibutuhkan untuk hidup layak serta untuk perkembangan pribadinya secara utuh. This is very holistic, social including the health and medical also, economic, business, trading and everything, isn't it? So we return back to many regulations. We have more than 4 until 5 regulation that declare and state that everybody personally can reject or achieve some actions, not only in a medical law, but also in another law. But why everybody should also thinking about the baselines like that for the quarantine law? If you cannot following the government, you will get punished once or 1 year, 1 year's jail into the jail, prisonery, or 100 million rupiah. Oh, I think this is a very depression to the people. This is a pandemic situation. I think everybody has difficulties. Economy too. Me too. I have business. Ladies and gentlemen, I have business. In this pandemic, I also get impact, negative impact to me. But if somebody tell me to, of course I pay the tax. I pay the tax here. NPWP bukan hanya milik Indonesian citizenship. Orang luar negeri atau another citizenship di Indonesia pun ada NPWP, bayar pajak. Seriously. And they check us. But if everybody still like same, give punishment. Law, remember the destination of law, tujuan dasar hukum bukan untuk menghukum. Remember? Tapi untuk memperbaiki, rebuild and repair the situation, the mistake, isn't it? Tujuan hukum itu untuk memperbaiki, mengintrospeksi sesuatu kesalahan, bukan hanya untuk memenjarakan atau menghukum begitu saja. Kalau menghukum ayah ataupun orang ataupun preman ataupun siapa bisa menghukum, that's true. But kalau menyadarkan orang, bisa nggak semua orang bisa menyadarkan orang? Tidak bisa. So the destination of law salah satunya adalah how to give understanding to someone or peoples, especially Indonesians civilizations, give understanding to more understand the implementation of law. If he said and asking, terus bagaimana caranya melindungi konsumennya bagaimana? Terus ada undang-undang quarantine bagaimana? Remember, dasarnya hubungan, ini this is medical area hubungan dokter dan kesehatan serta pasien itu adalah hukum perdata. I will please check because you are scholarship in scholars in law. Open your civil law, kitab undang-undang hukum perdata pasal 1365. Coba cek deh 1365 cek Di situ tertera apabila when you give them committing loss and everything ya, Anda ada kejadian atau action yang merugikan atau membuat orang itu kehilangan atau kesalahan, Anda boleh menuntut ganti rugi, bukan menuntut penjara, because the basic law of medical is civil law, bukan criminal law ya. Nanti apakah bisa civil law, hukum perdata masuk ke wilayah pidana? Bisa, lihat situasinya. But in this presentation and this seminar, I will tell you that basic hubungan relationship between patient, doctor, and medical or Minister of Health is civil law, not criminal law. So minta menuntutnya adalah ganti rugi, bukan memenjarakan. That is my answer. Untuk protections, semua orang memang berhak dilindungi. Cuman kadang konsumennya yang terkena imbas buruk tidak mau komplain, Bapak. Jadi tidak tahu pemerintah, atau pemerintah juga, mohon maaf, oknum cannot support, ya, not for everyone, because we know the equality in front of the law, but the implementations, you know, the weakness, ya. Kenyataannya hukum sama rata di depan hukum atau beda-beda? I think reality is beda-beda, tergantung posisi, jabatan, dan keluarga siapa, ya. Okay, you remember, you know lah this like James. Thank you, ya.
Yeah, okay. Can you make it clear whose family is it? No, no, no. Okay. Okay, next, any other questions? One question again. Okay. Can I see the chat box? Our audience in the Zooms, you can raise your hand or type in the chat box. Can I see the chat box, Mr. Operators? Are there any questions? Okay, anyone? Okay, please, Miss Argia.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Argia, I'm sorry. You look beautiful, I'm sorry.
My name is Muhammad Argia Dwi Fabian. I'm from Faculty of Law and third semester. I want to ask about news that got blown up. So it's about opinion to Mr. Aum about someone that replacing other person to get vaccinated, like someone that don't want to get vaccinated, so they just paid someone to replace them, and they got vaccine certificate without getting vaccinated. And what's a point of view? What's a international law point of view about this case and consequence, like what will happen to someone that got vaccinated 17 times? Like,
okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Argia. Okay, nice questions, yeah, about the someone who pay others to get vaccinated and get the certificates, and some people get more than two or more than three vaccinations. What your opinions about that?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for the questions. Yeah, look, you are beautiful, yeah, because you have the long hair, yeah. So I call you, and my friend call you Mrs. Not Mas, yeah, like that. Okay, so what's the regulations and law for the someone replacing the position, especially for the vaccination? We bring back to KUHP, ya. Kita akan kembali ke Kitab Undang-Undang Hukum Pidana, especially di pasal 93 dan di pasal 94. I will read in Indonesia because I don't want you misunderstanding. I can totally speaking English, but aku tidak ingin salah paham sama orang nanti bahaya sekali ya. I will read you pasal 93 ya. Setiap penduduk ya yang dengan sengaja memalsukan, menggantikan ya, mau itu dokumen atau apapun kepada instansi pelaksana vaksin, pelaksana acara apa begitu ya. Dalam melaporkan peristiwa, baik itu kependudukan dan peristiwa penting ya, bisa dipidana ya dengan pidana penjara paling lama 6 tahun atau denda maksimal 50 juta. Oke. Kira-kira langsung terjawab kan? Jadi for replacing menggantikan posisi vaksin atas nama orang itu kan, namanya misalnya si A. The name is A but the position is B. Like that, isn't it? This is wrong. This is a candidate for a criminal law. Tidak boleh ya Mas Argia ya. This is wrong ya. Terus bagaimana kalau misalnya if that is have already done? Kalau sudah terjadi bagaimana? Ya gimana? Jangan diulangi lagi, gimana lagi? Ya, jangan diulangi lagi. Ya, ataupun minta maaf apa adanya saja. Hukum itu apa adanya kok. Anda bilang A, tadi saya bilang, if you speak up A, you should answer A. If you are speak up B, you should answer B like that. Ya, orang salah di media massa, ujung-ujungnya minta maaf, boleh tidak? Boleh kok, nyatanya dipidana apa enggak? Tidak dipidana, selesai udah minta maaf ya. Asal kenapa? Di situ yang terpenting adalah especially like this, menggantikan. Kalau menggantikan pemerintah nanti akan bijakan, yang menggantikan juga pasti punya plot, punya porsi kuota di vaksin juga kan? Jadi tinggal diceng bijak-bijaknya pemerintah mengganti namanya kepada yang menggantikan, terus yang digantikan divaksin lagi. Selesai nggak masalah? Selesai kan? Tidak perlulah masuk jalur hukum karena tidak ada pihak yang dirugikan, tidak masuk dalam kategori KUH Perdata pasal 1365, tidak ada kehilangan, tidak ada kerugian. Oke, terjawab Mr. Argyadwi, these answers. Are you okay?
Okay, Argia.
Yes.
Do you have any
Understands?
response, or maybe you want to ask another question to clarify?
It's enough, I think.
Okay.
But, I want to ask about on dalam segi kesehatan gitu loh. Kalau orang kena vaksin 17 kali gitu, dampaknya apa?
What will happen to people who get vaccinated 17 times? Or maybe become a mutant, the new X-Men.
Ya, this is possible. Mungkin saja namanya manusia kan. Dulu formerly from the baby sudah divaksin polio. Kan dia tanyanya cuma vaksin, tidak ada vaksin corona, vaksin apa kan? Kita sudah divaksin berapa kali nih? Mungkin 7 kali atau 8 kali ya Pak ya. If you are understand, polio, campak, cacar, isn't it? Vaksin COVID 2 kali, ini mau ditambah vaksin booster 1 lagi, berarti udah kalikan berapa? I think not only 17, maybe 100 times to vaccines ya. Remember, because I'm medical staff, ya. Vaccine is not medicine. Vaksin itu bukan obat, ya. Vaccine is a disease that be witnesses. Penyakit yang dilemahkan, after that give you an injection to your body. So your immunity in your body will be more some, what is that? Akan menyesuaikan diri terhadap penyakit itu, so your immunity will be good. Ya, these ones. But my suggestion as a medical staff, truly inside of my heart, ya, truly inside of my heart, no need too much. Ya, give injection to your body. Your body is not robots that can install everything digital or program. Yeah, your laptop, yeah, the robot machine has limitation. Also, our body as human have limitation. If any something boom over, I think we will meet with God. inside of the sky. Like that, yeah. So like that, no need lah 7 times of vaccine. Just important vaccine that we get injection in our body. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Argia. Now, maybe Pak Ashari, can you give us some offers to handle lots of problems in Indonesia concerning about the implementations of law in, yes, maybe I need, clarification from Pak Ashari. In the future, what's your offers to handle these kinds of problems in Indonesia concerning on the COVID-19 pandemics, especially in the law perspective, legal perspective?
Yeah, thank you very much for moderator, Mr. Susanto. So I think, in my opinion, about how to change in the future, so we have to first we have to know about how to using the vaccinations, and we have to make a different level, and also we have to make how to say reconstructions, and we build up again, we recovery against all the structure, all our regulations. So I wish in the next time, in the future, we have the good regulations, because we have the good constitutions, Undang-Undang Dasar 1945, but we have in some time, we are strong in one positions, in one human rights, we are strong, but in the other sides, we are weak. So for example, we are strong in extremism, very strong, but we are weak in many levels of human rights, especially how to handle the patients and many more aspects in our country. So I wish in the future reconstruction, and we rebuild our regulations. This is for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Ashari. Okay, for all the audience, I think this is the last sessions. To close this, I would like to say that in Society 5.0, the focus is on the humans. We don't have to be confused with the enhancements of technology, with the technological euphoria. We have to think again that technology is for humans. So we cannot sacrifice human for the technology. And in the future, we need more reconstructions on law that can give positions to human in the centrals, not the machines or not the money, etc., on the center, but on a human. And we have to do a lot of works to get that kinds of reconstruction. Thank you from me. I think this is good seminar, and next year we will be back and see you next year. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give time for the Master of Ceremony back.
Okay, thank you for our speakers, and ladies and gentlemen. The last session is this event is closing. Let's close this event with Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Well, now we have come to the end of this international seminar of the Faculty of Law, Pekalongan University, with the Society 5.0 in the concept of the modern rule of law. And finally, from the tip of my heart, I do apologize for my mistakes while presenting this event. Thank you very much. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat datang di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, cara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM Bela Diri.
Di Unikal juga berikan beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan.
Fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, cara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Di Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM Bela Diri.
Juga dengan beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. di Universitas Pekalongan.
Apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara online bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Di Universitas Pekalongan.
Ada fasilitas apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara online bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM bela diri.
Juga banyak beasiswa loh.
Yuk gabung di Universitas Pekalongan. Di Universitas Pekalongan.
Apa aja sih?
Yuk kita lihat fasilitas apa aja yang ada di dalam.
Ayo.
Nah, ini dia tempat pertama kali mendaftarkan diri sebagai calon mahasiswa Universitas Pekalongan secara langsung.
Oh iya, secara onlinenya bisa dengan menelusuri website TMB Unikal.
Di perpustakaan inilah tempatku mencari banyak sekali literatur. Unikal juga banyak UKM-nya loh, salah satunya UKM